Bror Fredrik coming at you with another video. I'm leaving the TI right now. Today, I want us to discuss casino superstitions. Whoa, bumpy AF. One day we'll go exploring behind the Mirage and see where they're at with their demolition, and in the front too. I'm not talking the garden variety superstitions, lucky wrap. Oh my God, these bumps, holy cow. Garden variety superstitions. Here comes another one. Bang. Oh. I'm not talking about the old adage, never put a $50 bill in a slot machine, it's bad luck. I'm not talking about the bad luck. Well, it kind of ties into bad luck. I'm talking about the straight up, I'm going to cash out and I'm going to leave because X, Y, or Z happened. I have 3 specific ones that'll cause me, at the bare minimum, to stop playing, at the worst, to actually cash out and leave. And I want to hear yours in the comment too. Let's have a discussion about our casino superstitions, and I'll start right after this. All right, I will discuss this in order of relevance to me. Again, I want to hear your superstitions down there. See if we're jiving, see if we're on the same wavelength. Okay, coming in at number 3, and I'm going to give you 3, is cocktail waitresses. What? What, Bror Fredrik? Cocktail waitresses, yeah, cocktail waitresses. They can be coolers. You know what a cooler is? You know, they walk around, everything turns to ice and freezes. A hot table will freeze, a hot machine will freeze. They can be coolers. I love my cocktail waitresses. They're all freaking awesome. They work the hard job. They all know, well, I wouldn't say all, but a lot of them know how I take my coffee and all this other good thing. Awesome. However, the last thing that I want to see in the middle of a bonus, if we're talking slot machines, in a bonus on a slot machine is a cocktail waitress. I don't know how the machine knows that there's a cocktail waitress in the vicinity or about to talk. It just throws off my concentration. It throws off the machine. Maybe it's like a mind over matter thing that I'm believing for buffalo and coins and I'm just willing them into existence. And then I gotta entertain a cocktail waitress. And then suddenly everything turns to shit. It just is. And these things in my life, they're tangible. I've seen it happen over and over and over. Not much I can do about a bonus. You cannot pause a bonus, but I just know it's gonna be a pretty beat freaking bonus if a cocktail waitress walks up to me while I'm playing at a machine. Oh, now what if I'm playing at the tables? That also is the last thing I want to see if I'm at a craps table or I'm playing blackjack or something like that. They're just coolers, absolute freaking coolers. You can go to everyone else, just don't go to me. I will literally like shake my head, no, no, no. Sometimes a lot of them already know what I'm gonna order, so they just show up with it. So I'm just like, put it down over there and that's that, and I don't want to interact. And they kind of know, you know, like, especially if I'm the one in the hand, if I'm the one throwing the dice, the cocktail waitresses should just stay away because they are coolers. Speaking about coolers, I'm going to turn up my AC. It is 11 o'clock in the morning and it is 103 already. So forgive the air conditioned noise. I'll try to filter it out later, but frickin' yikes, it's hot in here. Okay, number 2 on my list, and in my opinion, even worse of a cooler than a cocktail waitress or a shift change at the craps table, but those a shift change at the craps table is not gonna get me to just cash out and go home. dice going off the table is not going to get me to cash out and go home. You know, it's just, those are things I can work around, I can deal with. I'll pause, I'll take my bets off, whatever the case may be, find another machine. Anyway, we're talking about coolers. Straight up, I can't tangibly prove it other than in my own mind. Porters. Porters have to be the biggest coolers in the entire casino ecosystem. I mean, they are freaking coolers. A porter comes up to you and starts, you know, touching your machine, even the machine next to it. It's like, I don't know, it just has some voodoo that crosses over. Just stay away. They start mopping up or cleaning the ashtray in the machine next to you or some such nonsense, or taking away my stuff. Like I have an empty coffee cup and suddenly they're reaching across, no, just go away. They are the hugest coolers, and it doesn't even have to be a bonus. If I'm at the machine, that machine is gonna be like Frosty the freaking Snowman after a while. It's just gonna turn cold. Same with the tables. They come around, they want to take all the empty things. Oh my God, the table just gets like icicles dripping off of it. I think in the whole casino ecosystem, porters and, you know, the people who clean are the biggest coolers. Not saying I dislike them. I like a clean casino, but just don't clean around me. They should know that. Just don't. Just don't. We clean the empty machines. Don't clean my machine. Don't take away my coffee cups. Don't come, you know, mopping the arm rail at my blackjack or craps table. Holy cow. I will literally stop what I'm doing and be like, adios. And I know I am not the only one. I was in Planet Hollywood a couple years ago, quite a few years ago, and next to me was Louis Anderson. And that boy, he had his 3-letter acronym things and going full tilt. I mean, he had his pack of cigarettes in one direction, his drink in the other direction, a straw at the perfect angle. You know, everything was all set up. And I get that way too, at the tables, at the machines. Everything's got to be the way I like it. You know, I got to control as much as I can when I'm gaming. Frickin' someone moved Louis Anderson's stuff, one of the porters in the high limit slot room, and he went off. I mean, yelling, screaming, throwing shit. He just freaked the absolute F out. And in one way, I was like, oh, I'm not crazy after all. I mean, I would never freak out. I would just get my shit and go. But he freaked the F out. Rest in peace, Louis Anderson. You were pretty all right. I've hung out with him a few times. Anyway, now, before I get into number one, again, I want to hear yours. Let's reassure each other that we're on the same path, the same wavelength. Or go ahead and call me nuts, but these are things that just stick in my mind. I will get the absolute F out of there if they happen. All right, number one. And this has nothing to do with anyone else except me. When I am in the midst of a bonus on a machine, or not so much with blackjack, or if I am throwing the dice on a craps table, I will plant myself exactly where it started. So let me explain. If I get a bonus on the buffalo, ding, 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 boom. All right, good. We're in a bonus. Wherever my feet happen to be are not moving until that bonus is over. Wherever my right hand was when I was hitting that button is not moving. I'm not going to adjust. I'm not going to move. I'm just going to stay like a friggin' statue, which is one of the reasons why cocktail waitresses and porters bother me. Maybe there's a tie-in. I just figured something out. That was some cheap friggin' therapy. Anyway, yeah, I am not moving. I might move my fingers. I will free my left hand to, you know, scratch my head, whatever, or, you know, take a sip of my coffee. But for all intents and purposes, I'm remaining like a freaking statue until that's done. Now, when I'm at the craps table and I'm throwing the dice, I have to set myself up. Like, you know, like how the bowlers, professional bowlers sit there and they have their perfect alignment, and, you know, different sports have their perfect alignment before they go, right? The racers, you know, they get on the blocks and on all fours, ass up in the air, the whole bit, whatever. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. And if something disturbs that, so if my right foot is forward, my left foot is back, my elbow is on the pad, whatever it happens to be, I'm not saying I have a set ritual, but wherever I start, I am not moving. I am not moving an iota. And somehow, some way, when I do, when a cocktail waitress comes, and you know what? I'll tell you something. The people in the pit know that about craps players, because we're like superstitious freaks when it comes to certain things. They will try to get you off the game. They will turn, you know, they will come up to you. Oh yeah, I forgot to give you back your card. Anything to get you out of your mindset or get you to move positions. So pit bosses and pit crews can be freaking coolers too, but I don't let that interfere with me. I am not moving a freaking iota. I'm not moving anything, you know, except my dice hand. Except my dice hand throwing hand, that has free movement, or even in between. You know, I'll return it to the same spot, like I'll reset the arm until the dice come again. Of course, I want to pick up my winnings, you know, so I will allow my dice throwing arm some latitude in the situation. But other than that, my feet aren't budging. If my left leg is bent and my right one is straight, it is staying that way for all 9 passes that I plan on making, or whatever the case may be. That is just me. I don't know about you. Again, tell me yours or whatever down in the comments. Let's have a discussion. Speaking of discussions, you know where the best discussions are? On my streaming platform, brorfredrik.com. I'm going to invite you to join. I'll throw a coupon code in there. It's freaking cheap, and that's where I do my thing. You know how I roll, raw and freaking uncensored. My live streaming takes place over there, not so much on YT anymore, because of the you-know-whats of the you-know-what. So I just like to do my thing, raw and freaking uncensored. If you're into it, you want to hear me live stream, have all the conversations that need to be had, go ahead and check me out at brorfredrik.com. And also go ahead and click on some links, do some stuff, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button to get notified when I drop new videos, which is like pretty much every day. Maybe you don't need to hit the bell, but there's 1 or 2 days I might not, so you probably should hit the bell. And I do appreciate yous, and I love yous, and I wish you the best of casino luck, despite your superstitions. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.